Bungie planning a significant number of layoffs. So if you want to make a successful live service game, you cannot just ignore the player feedback.
With Marathon, like the game has already been launched and it doesn't look great, especially from the numbers. They might prove us wrong, okay? They might prove me wrong.
It's highly unlikely, man. There was some announcements from Bungie recently that they will stop supporting Destiny 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like they will stop doing content and everything, and I think they shifting towards their main focus actually at the moment is Marathon, which
sucks.
I don't know. I don't know if it sucks. I don't know if it sucks. It's most of the people they saying that it's a very, very good game, but the numbers is what really makes me worried about this decision, because if you actually take the numbers in consideration, right? Destiny 2 has a very large fan base, and Marathon is a new game and didn't get all the numbers that they wanted.
Sure.
Obviously, it's a very old franchise from 90s, and it was a completely different game back then. It was an extraction shooter multiplayer. It was, I think, an immersive single player game. But yeah, I don't know. Just it's one of those things that, again, taking some decisions that doesn't make sense, and people, they're just they've been really confused about what's happening, what's going on, because Destiny 2 is a massive franchise.
Yeah, I think so. I think it sucks. Okay, I'm just gonna go straight for the controversial take. Okay.
Yep.
First of all, I would like to say that it's a very good thing that Bungie is going to stop supporting the live service aspect of the game. But after the June of 2026, when the game is going to receive the final update, the game is still going to be playable online, and the game is not going to be killed after.
Yeah, that's the only good thing, actually. Yeah.
I mean, that's basically the best thing that could happen to this game after we've had the European Parliament and Stop Killing Games. We had the hearings. We had, we've had progress to this situation that we've been facing with all of these games that have been dying because the developer had stopped supporting the game entirely and it stopped working altogether. But this is, I think it's the first example after the European Parliament hearing for Stop Killing Games that this is actually happening now.
Let me correct you on this one. Bungie didn't seem that they've been affected by the Stop Killing Games, because they've been doing that they already done that with the Destiny 1. Destiny 1 is up and running after so many years.
I mean, yeah, but that was way before. It was
that's what
years
I'm
before.
That's what I'm saying. So they didn't get affected by the whole movement. So they already, on their defense, they're already doing it. So many years.
Okay.
Before.
Yes, that's fair. That's fair. But it's the first time it happens after the hearing in the European Parliament.
Yeah.
That being said, on the other hand, I want to talk about what Bungie did. That was a very questionable decision, right? Bungie announced that the game was going to stop receiving, the live service support, and the devs, the developers working for Destiny 2 did not, allegedly, did not know that was going to happen. Devs were actually still making new content for the game, and the developers learned that at the same time as the gamers. They found out online, just like we all did. I think that's a very, very questionable decision to make. Basically, they will stop supporting the game, but the developers working on it did not know anything about it.
Yeah.
I mean, let's. I think it's a very important thing to think about. Isn't that wasteful as well? Like the devs are actually working on the game that you are going to stop supporting, but you are spending money for for the developers to still make content. So isn't that wasteful?
I think what the thing that I have, like, how can I say, I'm thinking about the whole thing,
Yeah.
you know, is that the whole thing screams that Sony didn't want them like to go further with Destiny 2
Mm.
because they make some like further, very bad decisions already with monetization and cosmetics and all that, with the new expansions not selling very well. And they decided, the people from above, obviously, one day, as it seems, because as you said, the developers have zero clue that this thing will happen, so they were working on a new content, if it's true,
Allegedly. Yeah.
as you mentioned, allegedly. Yeah. So I think, yeah, it was one moment, it was one of those things that there was an internal meeting, they announced it, and thank God we have it like as fast as they can, but it was way unprofessional for the people that were working on the project and the new content, if they were doing it, obviously. And yeah, it's one of those things that is, yeah, it's really unprofessional. It's like, and they're wasting a lot of money. Yeah, it's one of those, I don't know. First of all, the whole thing that I don't understand is exactly what I said to you at the beginning. It's like how Destiny 2, how Bungie decides that they need to ditch Destiny 2, which it was one of the biggest live service games ever, right?
Yeah. Still to this
And
day.
go with the yeah, and go with a new game that so far the numbers, they're not even like, I don't know, like how much the production cost for that game, like 400 million.
Something like that.
And
Something
I read
absurd.
somewhere, I might be wrong, but I heard somewhere that they haven't even make the money of the production
How
yet.
could they with those numbers? How could they? These are not numbers
I don't know,
that,
dude.
a successful game, especially a live service game, has, so that it can be profitable. No question about it. And Destiny 2, 100% was making more money to this day than Marathon.
Yeah.
Because Marathon hasn't even, you know, they haven't even gotten the invested money back from the game. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Marathon,
Mixed
as
feelings, man.
as good as it is, and how great of a a history it has behind it, it doesn't seem like this is the right choice to make. Maybe, maybe now that the devs will focus on Marathon, now it's going to be a huge game. Maybe it's going to be very profitable. I don't know. It just seems like it's not. I don't know. It seems like a bad decision to me.
The thing is that they haven't stopped there, because based on a Bloomberg like post, they were saying that Bungie planning a significant number of layoffs
Mm.
as well with that thing.
Can we, by the way,
So
can we stop referencing websites, because I don't want to do the edits hiding the ads. It took me like two
yeah,
and a half hours last time. The, the
you don't need to do that anyway. But yeah,
uh, I
that
don't
was a
like.
nice edit, though.
It was a
That
nice
was so
edit.
funny.
Yeah, it was a nice edit, but it takes forever, and I do
Yeah,
not want to show another site on this on this
yeah,
podcast.
okay. Yeah, no
It,
worries. You don't need to do any black spot. Don't worry, dude.
yeah,
It's
at
fine.
least I tried, and we got something funny out of it. If
Yeah, yeah.
anybody watching doesn't know what I'm talking about, just go to the previous episode. It's somewhere in the middle. It's
Yeah, it's a very funny one.
it was a Reuters article that we talked about, and the page was filled with ads, and I had to hide them anyway.
Yeah. So Banzi obviously proved they have the experience, and they proved that a shooter could become a long-term hobby game. You know what I mean? And they succeeded with the first Destiny and the Destiny 2, you
Hmm.
know? Like it was one of the first like live service shooter games ever, and was obviously one of the first like FPS MMO games.
Yep.
So the only thing that they, if someone will say, you know what, Destiny 2, it wasn't very successful in the last like 2 or 3 DLCs, expansions, whatever they call it, it is because they never listen the player base, dude.
Yeah.
They never listen any feedback. And we know that for many years now that if you want to make a successful live service game, you cannot just ignore the player feedback.
Of
You
course.
can't. You just can't, dude. It's
A
one of
live
the vital
for the
moments,
live service
my vital
games,
vital things. Yeah,
for the
it's
live
one of
service
the
games
vital
and any
things.
games, just in general.
Yeah, just yeah, 100% with that, 100%. But all I'm trying to say is like, especially for a live service game, that it's not one and done. You're not having like you are not spending 2 million 200 million, let's say, pre-production, ship your game, and then you will start banking. It's one of those games that you need to actually generate money in order to push the new updates, to push new expansions, to put new content updates, everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the monetization is vital for a live service game.
I mean, yeah, it definitely is. But uh, can they do that again with Marathon? Like the game has already been launched and it doesn't look great, especially from the numbers. I
Yeah.
think killing live support Destiny 2 and moving the staff, the devs, over to Marathon. Marathon is a game that is not doing well by any definition of the word. Uh, I think it's not a good idea. They might prove us wrong. Okay, they might prove me wrong.
Yeah, probably.
They
But it's highly unlikely, man,
Yeah.
because Marathon Bungie decided to make a very unique and very niche genre
Hmm.
to make Marathon in it. Extraction shooters, they are very they're very niche genre. It's a very difficult to sell to mainstream players. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Destiny 2, on the other hand, we've seen so many years now that people, they love a new MMO, a good MMO experience. You know what I mean? Like have like a nice guilds and have a huge communities, large communities, go do content together, raids, dungeons, whatever. Exploring the world. It's completely like different genres. Extraction shooters are very like difficult genres,
Hmm.
to maintain players, because it's one of those things that they have hardcore PvP focus. They're hardcore PvP focused games. You kill someone, they're losing everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And most of the people, they don't. Most of the people, they don't like that.
Mm.
Most people, they really hate this aspect. That I work hard to build like an inventory of like 5 or 6 million, like stash, and then I'm gonna take my gear that costs 500,000. I'm going out. Someone's gonna kill me. That's it. I'm losing. I lost
I have to
everything. You know
start
what I mean?
again. Yeah,
Yeah.
can be frustrating. I'm one of those people. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but uh, yeah, that's my take on Bungie. I don't know. I really don't think that was a good decision. I mean, I get like after 10 years to stop supporting a game, kind of get that. Maybe they thought that they got what they wanted from the game, like after all these 10 years.
Yeah.
But
They might make a sequel as well.
yeah, but gaming
Destiny 3.
gaming is also about trends. So gamers will hop on whatever is new.
Yeah, yeah.
Now that Marathon is out, and the hype, let's say, they never had any hype, but the hype has passed already, and now they're moving their developers into Marathon. But the game is already out. The people have tried it and moved on, and I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they can have a good comeback, but I think it's highly
I
unlikely.
see I see your point. I see your point about like, players want something new and following trends, but I would like to argue with that
Hmm.
because on this genre, I mean MMOs, any live service games, if you actually break down the whole genre, let's say like let's make it a broad thing and let's say that live service games, right?
Mm.
People they still playing Overwatch, people they still playing something that's gonna make you crazy now, playing WoW, a game from 2004, bro.
Yeah,
Like, it's one of those things that if you have a good community, a good numbers of good, a good number, people they will follow you. If you're having a very good game, they will follow you for years. And one of the biggest proofs right now is definitely WoW. Players they still playing WoW after probably 22 years. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
that
The
is
player
crazy. Yeah,
retention.
that's of course that is crazy. But with marathon, people came in and they left, but now they have to do
Yeah,
something to bring those people back in.
I think the argument goes more that people they need new trends, and if Banzi saw the new trend is marathon, and they have to ditch Destiny 2, that was a mistake, I mean, because they could have like a very nice game, they could listen the community, and they could still have like probably 1 million players concurrent in all platforms, you know what I mean? Because it's a very huge console game
Hmm.
as well. A lot of players from PS4, but from PS they playing, and PS and Xbox, on top of that, Steam, obviously. A lot of PC players.
Hmm.
Like people they starving for this good for new content that is actually good from Bungie on Destiny 2. They've been starving like for years. Like if you go to forums, you will see. I play Destiny 2 myself a little bit, but if you go to the forums, Twitter, whatever, they're baffled. They're really bitter right now that they found out that our, their favorite game, because for most people, like many people actually on this industry, like they love Destiny 2,
Hmm.
and it's one of those things that's if you feel obviously you feel bitter if you learn that you'll find out that your game is gonna die, basically.
100%. Like the fans of Destiny 2 are super bummed out that the game is going, to have the support ended, live support ended in June. But I have mixed feelings. I just want to see what Marathon is going to do from now on. We're just gonna have to wait and see. That's I think that's the takeaway we have right now, that we need to wait and see. It's
Yeah,
obviously so. It's obviously bad that you know Destiny 2 players don't have support anymore. Will not have support anymore after June, but I think it is what it is in that aspect. Like a company cannot support a game forever. Maybe for like WoW, as you said, they support this game for decades now, but that's WoW and that's Blizzard. Not everybody's like that. Not every company's like that.
yeah, but we're talking about like a very bad decisions as
Yeah,
well
of
from
course.
from Blizzard, but they will never gonna go under 5 million people. You know what I mean? Like they will never like people. They will keep being there. Like there is people that they actually playing the 2004
Yeah,
version. Like they playing classic,
classic
bro.
WoW. Yeah,
More people they playing classic
I
right
think
now
I
than
think WoW.
retail,
I think
whatever.
WoW has turned into like a cult or something, uh, and it's
Yeah,
not.
it's a culture, isn't it?
It
It's a pop culture.
not culture. It's a straight up cult. Like
Yeah,
I think it's not applied into all examples because it's on a different level. Is what I'm trying to say. It's not the same.
yeah.
But anyway,
But it's not only that. It's like if you will go to the MMO genre, you will see that the most of the games that they're actually like alive until today, they're games that are like more than that they're older than 10 years.
yeah.
Guild Wars 2 is 14 years old game. Final Fantasy 14 is a very old game, more than a decade. ESO, Elder Scrolls Online, obviously is more than a 10-year game. I mean,
Hmm.
that's what I'm saying. It's like the whole genre. They don't care too much about. Obviously, we're talking about big franchises, but Destiny is one of those big franchises as well.
Hmm.
Especially Destiny 1 was a very good game. Destiny 2 at the beginning was a massive game as
Yeah.
well. But it's difficult. Yeah, live services are really difficult games. But Destiny 2 did not fail because it was a bad idea
Yeah. No.
or because it was an MMO. It was clearly because they didn't listen to the community.
Yeah. Of course. At least people are going to be able to still play the game. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not dead. Uh, they are just ending the live service support. So we'd love to
And
see
let's
it.
hope. And just before we close this, to go to the new one anyway,
Mhm.
to Ubisoft news. And let's hope the number of layoffs will not gonna be massive from
Yeah.
Bungie.
Yeah.
Ah,
Hope
I don't know, dude.
hopefully they won't they won't lay off a lot of people so they can move them to Marathon. Yeah, but if that
Hopefully,
doesn't work out as they wanted to, then we're gonna get a lot of layoffs. Definitely.
not a good history with Sony's. You know what I mean?
Mm, yeah.
It proves that Sony did an acquisition and it wasn't a very good idea.
Mm.
That they just went for the live service and they thought that Bungie gonna help them, but I don't think that they actually Sony helped Bungie too much. Yeah, let's see.
We'll see.